Was it started? My speakers aren't working, so I really can't tell where I'm at or if this is working or not. It's very annoying. Okay, so you guys are going to meet me on page 4. Don't pay too much attention to the ugly color of this room. It's not an ugly color, it just doesn't suit this room. And I'm going to fix it over spring break. So, anyway, moving on to math. We are on this problem here. So they already made the probability model for you, and you just need to answer the questions. So remember that P parentheses 3, that means what's the probability of picking a 3? Oh, looky here, it tells you the probability of picking a 3. It's 3 out of 12. What's the probability of picking an 8? Now, I don't see 8 anywhere in the lineup. So the probability of picking 8 is 0 because there is no 8. Now, remember, if you want to simplify these, that's actually the most correct way to do this. And I will add a 0.5 on your answers if you do that. So 3 out of 12 actually becomes 1 over 4 because you divide by 3 on top and on bottom. C says, what's the probability of picking a number less than 8? So which of these numbers are less than 8? That'd be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, that's all of them. So that would be a 12 out of 12 chance, or 100%. And then what's the probability of picking a prime number? AK. So remember, prime numbers, those are numbers that only have 2 factors, 1 and itself. So 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number, and 5 and 7 are prime numbers. So see if you can tell me what the probability of picking a prime number is. If you're not sure, you just need to add all those up. So what's 1/12 plus 3/12 plus 5/12 plus 1/12? Remember, when you add fractions, you don't need to add the denominators, just the top. Okay, great, thanks. All right, moving on to the next one. How many students are in... Hold on, my aunt is texting me. She wants me to pick up a bag of chips for dinner. She's making dinner, which is very nice. She's making pozole, actually. And I will pick up a... No, I won't say, yes, I will pick up a bag of chips. I want to say, yes, I can do that. So that's what I'm doing right after this video. Right. Okay, moving on. So we're looking at this. So I'm going to read through the whole scenario here. When Mr. York receives his homeroom list for this year, he cannot believe it. All of the last names in his homeroom start with one of 5 letters. The table shows how many students in Mr. York's homeroom have last names beginning with the letters listed. Okay, so Mr. York has created a list of students based on their last names. So 7 of the students have a last name that begins with A. 4 of the students have a last name that begins with B. 5 of the students have a last name that begin with M. 12 students have a last name that begin with S. And 2 students have a last name that begins with O. So this question is asking, how many students are in Mr. York's homeroom? So all you got to do is you just add up all these numbers. So I want you to type that in your calculator and see what you get. We got 7 plus 4 plus 5 plus 12 plus 2. So see if you can add those together. And then meet me on the next page. Actually, I don't know how long I've been doing this video. No, we're good. Okay, we're going to create a probability model using this information. So you're flipping over to your next page. So the outcomes, so I'm going to do outcomes and probability. Probability. I have to really say that out loud every time I do it because I always spell it wrong. Okay, so what's the probability what are the different outcomes? We have A, B, M, S, S, and O. So the probability, so we got 7A, 4B, 5M, 12S, and 2O. And then how many total students did we have? So what did you guys get when you added up all those numbers? I got, what did I get? On one of them, I got 30. Did I get 30? Yeah, it's 30. I hope you got 30 because that's what I got. So these are all over 30. That's how many students there are total. That's a 3. I know it doesn't look like a 3. It's just a really wacky 3. So picking an A would be 7 out of 30. Picking a B would be 4 out of 30. M, 5 out of 30. S, 12 out of 30. And 2 out of 30. Not 2 out of 3. So that you guys constructed a probability model. And now you're going to answer questions about it. So here we have that probability model. I'm going to move this up. Will that work? Yeah, I'm going to move it up. Okay. So what is the probability of randomly choosing a student with a last name that begins with a vowel? So vowel is A, and O. So we just add those together. So 7 over 30 is our probability for A, plus O would be 2 over 30. That becomes 9 over 9 over 30. Now, if you want to simplify that, they do have some common factors. You could make it smaller. Okay. I do believe it would become 3 over 10. Okay, and then randomly choosing a student with a last name that does not begin with S. So how many of these are options that don't begin with S? That'd be this, 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 and this. So you'd add all those together. So you do 7 out of 30 plus 4 out of 30 plus 5 out of 30 plus 2 out of 30. And see what you get for that. All right, and then when you're done with that, if you would like another ABC card, you can draw a smiley face on the upper right hand corner of this page. All right, that's the end of video 2.